Hey guys, bringing you in just to show you. I had purchased a large packet of pork chop, and it's so much of it. Hold on a minute, let me put. Okay, so there's so much of the packet that I bought. It was a family size that I am going to be making a pork chop casserole. And if you've never had this, you've got to. And I can't emphasize, you have to try it. It is so tasty. It doesn't take a whole lot of ingredients, honestly. And I learned this recipe from my mother-in-law. And it was, to me, the best. Whenever she was going to make this, I was the first one at the table, let me tell you. But anyway, so let me just say, this, when you're buying the pork chop, you want pork chop that have some fat on it, like this, and the bone. Because if not, it tends to get a little bit dry. So I'm going to be seasoning these. And obviously I'm going to make a couple of meals, not only the pork chop casserole, but I'm just showing you the pork chop. See how big they are? You can make this recipe, you can make it smaller because the recipe calls for 3 cups of long grain rice. I use jasmine rice, and 2 cans each of beef consomme, Campbell's soup, and French onion Campbell's soup. So I'm going to be seasoning these. Okay, so I'm back. What I added was, I did go ahead and add the adobo because it has a little bit of salt. And then I added these 2, and I drizzled some grapeseed oil. And I just did it on one side because I did a lot of the seasoning. So all I'm going to do now is kind of rub it really good, turn them around like so, and make sure that it's really that you really rub it and work the seasoning in there. And then you can then I'm going to refrigerate it because I'm not going to be making it today, but this is what you want. And when you get ready to make this, and I'll bring you back, there is no need to add any oil to this because the pork chop will render its own fat. And since I sprinkled a little bit of the grapeseed oil, I only did that so it could sear when I put it in the pan. But you see how I'm working it? This is what you want. You want every piece. Massage the seasoning really well in there. I will say that at this point, you don't even have to make the pork chop casserole like I'm going to do. You can use the same seasoning and grill your meat, or you can also bake it if so you choose, or put it in your crock pot, in your, not crock pot, but in your Instant Pot, and cook it that way. Add some sauces, tomato sauce or whatever you like, and put it in there and cook it like that too, and add bell peppers and onions, and you have a great meal. And then you can also make like white rice on the side. We eat a lot of white rice in my house because, well, not we used to, let me just say, but my daughter, the youngest, because the oldest, she'll eat pretty much anything, but the youngest is really picky. So unless it's white rice, she doesn't want to hear about it. So, but you can make white rice with this and make a salad, or just make a salad with it, and it's really good. But you see how I'm working if one has too much, I just take the pork chop and I do this. Let me just say that I had already washed these pork chops and pat them dry and all, because you don't want to, cook them like that straight from the packaging. You want to rinse them, wash them really good. And I normally just wash them. I use distilled vinegar, and then I rinse it again, and then I pat it dry. And that's what I'm doing here. But, what I'm doing here now is the seasoning part of it. And I want to make sure they're all really well seasoned, and I think it is. So there's a big old lump there, so I have to take it off. But I will bring you back when I get ready to actually make the pork chop casserole. I have not made that in, I think, a year, if not longer. But I'm telling you what, when you make this pork chop casserole, people are going to be asking you for the recipe, and they're going to think like, oh my God, like, how did you make this? This is so good. Oh my God, who taught you? All of this stuff. Because whenever I have made it, I always think about my mother. Another thing that she used to make that I absolutely have never been able to master, she made pollo guisado, and I tell you what, it was the best pollo guisado ever, which is like a chicken with sauce. Oh my God, it was to die for. It really was. You really just kept looking and hoping that there was enough chicken so you can have seconds. But yeah, she used to make that, and those were my two favorite things that she would make. And so I dedicate this one to her, to my mother-in-law, the pork chop casserole. Because had it not been for her, I would have never known, because very few people make this. I really, aside from my family and her family, are the only ones that I have ever seen make it. But it is really, truly delicious, and you will not believe how simple it is to do, especially if you plan ahead. You season your meat and you let it rest. We'll probably make it Sunday. It probably won't be tomorrow, but I'll probably make it Sunday, and I'll just I'll cover it up and let the meat marinate in the refrigerator. And I'll bring you back when I get ready to assemble. Okay, there was so much meat that I decided, instead of putting it away and covering it in the cookie sheet that I seasoned it, I put them in separate Ziploc bags, because I'm not going to make so much of the pork chop casserole. So I ended up with 3 bags. One of these I'll take to my daughter, already seasoned, and she can make it however she wants. But what I did was I put 3 pork chops in each of these, because you see how big they are. They look like steaks. So, I mean, I won't eat but 1. And my husband will have 2, because I'm going to make a smaller version of it. I'm not going to make the 3 cups, but anyway, of rice. So I just wanted to show you that you can also store them in Ziploc bag, because they don't take up that much room. You can also put them in the freezer like that. You can freeze it, season it, and freeze it for when you're ready. Makes your life a whole lot easier. Okay, change of plans. I'm not making the pork chop casserole today, but I am making some pork chop. You see, I just waited for the pan to get hot, and then I'm gonna add my pork chops here. Oh, see how big they are? It's huge. I'm gonna be doing this, and then let me see if this one will fit. Chop to cook, and that's basically it. And all I'm is getting my meat that I seasoned yesterday. I'm going to let it sear, and then when it sears on both sides, I'm going to lower the heat so it can get tender and cover it. And I'll bring you back when I get ready to put it all together. All right, I'm bringing you back. Let me turn this off. I'm bringing you back just to show you how it looks. See how pretty they seared? I just turned it around, and I now put it on low. And then I'm going to cover it. Bringing you in just to show you. It has seared on both sides, and I have it on low. And then I added a little bit of white wine, and I'm letting it simmer there. You see that? Then I'm gonna come back later, and I'm gonna make like peppers and onions and tomato, and then I'm gonna put that over the top, and I'm going to accompany my coconut rice with simple. At this point, my rice is done. The little valve is down, which means it's safe to open my Instant Pot. I'll do that right now and see what my rice looks like. It looks amazing, and it smells amazing. See, I'm just fluffing it up right now with a fork. You see how fluffy that is? It's not dry and it's not glumpy, but it's done. All I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn it off. Well, I'm gonna disconnect the pot from the wall socket, but I'm gonna leave it in the pot only because, my pork chops aren't done yet, but they will be soon. I got my stuff diced and ready to put in, And I'll bring you back when I do that. Okay, this is the salad that is gonna go with my little meal today. And I have some beets, tomatoes, and avocado. I drizzle a little bit of olive oil, some salt, and some ground pepper. And that's all I did, you guys, seriously. And this is gonna go with my coconut white rice, pork chop fricassee is what it's going with. And this is what the pork chop are looking like. They're ready. I mean, they're already tender. All I'm gonna do is add all my other ingredients, and then I'm gonna plate it, and I'll bring you back. All right, I'm getting ready to assemble this. See how pretty it is? I'm gonna lower the heat a little bit. I don't want it to go. I'm gonna plate it, and you'll see in a minute how I do this. Whoops. I'm going to add my red onions that I chopped, pre-chopped. I have some scallion here that I'm also going to add. Oh my, I'm working with one hand, so forgive me. And I'm sorry, here we go. Here we go. And here we go. Okay, so all I'm doing is sauteing this for a little bit, not too long. And then I had some oyster flavor sauce left, just a tiny bit. So I added a little bit of water, and I'm going to put it in here so I can go over my pork. Okay guys, so my sauce is done. There it is. And all I'm going to do is pour it over my pork chops. See? Doesn't that look beautiful? Okay, so that's done. Now I'm going to plate my coconut rice, and I'll take a picture of it when it's at the table. All right, you guys, so I plated my rice, my coconut rice. I sprinkle a little bit of shallots on top. Well, not shallots. What do you call these? Long onion leafy. But anyway, I chop some up, put some on top just for appearance, and I'll drizzle a little bit of olive oil on the top, and there you have it. Have it, guys. Meal all done. There it is. Thank you for watching.